Oh, first, fat boy, you gotta hold your belly up.
Hold on, let me get it. Oh, I just lost it. Okay, I'm trying.
Oh my!
All right, so the problem is, okay. All right, let's try to bring it. Let's try to bring it in. Almost there.
Oh, center.
So, anyway, the issue is this. Okay. What?
Get that picture off! I can't do it anymore.
Okay. So we need to keep out there for inspiration. So what sucks, or what's the thing about it is okay. Now, first of all, this is in Canada. Okay, so let's just read that. Now, secondly, the issue is, okay, realistically, this perv, and that's what he is. Let's just. Be,
wait till the Reverend Cuz tells you the rest. But
yeah,
yes,
but this perv, he's going in there because he wants these women to go and mess around with his junk and this and the other. Now, personally, I might say, all right, tell you what, I'll put some gloves on, I'll put some wax on there, and
yeah, rip.
Yay! I've never had hair ripped off my
stuff before,
but I guarantee it probably hurts like a mother.
Mm-hmm.
So I would probably do it just to
yeah.
Of course, now I say that. Maybe he's into that.
I know he might.
Maybe
like
he's
that.
a masochist and he likes the pain.
Yeah.
So the point is, these women, and I say rightfully so. Okay, said we're not doing it. He went to I think nine or 10 separate salons, and every one of them said we're not doing that. All right. And so, and I will say respectfully, the people said, okay, look, we've never done that. So obviously there's a different method or whatever to actually remove.
To work it.
Yeah, because I'll just, without being gross.
Yes.
The scrotum is delicate. I could imagine if you put wax on it and rip something off, that there was some skin would come right off.
Ooh, or something.
So I'm sure that they said, oh, we don't know how to do it, this and the other. Plus, if they did do it, and let's just say they ripped some skin, this and the other, he'd be suing them, because it's like, hey, you didn't know what you were doing, but you did it anyway, blah, blah, blah. Point is, bottom line, this guy's a perv piece of crap.
Right.
And he's suing every one of these salons because they would not wax his junk. And so some of these women have been plus he says, oh, sorry, it's 15. He's gone to 15 of them. And he says it's a violation of his human rights. Now, the women, some of them who've actually been driven out of, some of these women have been driven out of business on the financial strain. They're trying to defend themselves, right? And like they said, waxing a man's private parts is quite different sort of process, replete with unique complications and dangers. All right.
On top of the fact that with him, you probably can't even find the damn thing.
Probably
rip
that off. Like, I thought it was hair.
Probably a little bag with 2 little raisins in it, or prune looking
twig and berries.
Yeah.
So now here's the thing: the defense said that there is a place in his vicinity that specializes actually in male waxing, but he didn't want to go to that place. He wanted to go to a place for women because he identifies himself as a woman. So again, let me explain. Let me get on my soapbox for about 2 seconds.
Hop on, baby.
Let's be more than 2 seconds. But here's the thing. So we have all these transgender, I won't say all, but we have a bunch of this just like they want to be, like we talked about like the bathrooms back in the day.
Right.
A couple years ago, whatever it was. And they said, okay, fine, we'll do a transgender bathroom. No. I identify as a woman. I want to use the women's bathroom.
Right.
Right. And so now talking to this jackass, there was a salon or whatever that does men stuff, and he's like, no, I want to go where the women goes. Well, okay, you don't have women parts, so they're not going to be waxing a woman's vagina. They're going to be doing the junk, you dumbass.
Right.
You don't want that
until you get it cut off. And I'll tell you what, that can be done. Well, tie a rubber band around them.
Ooh.
Like the animals or whatever. Go. Hey, if you don't want it, get it cut. Get it snip.
Snip.
Get it cut right off.
Oh. Or go find you a freak out there.
Oh yeah, have them bite it. Oh, they do have it and cook it. But yet.
So that's my point. So there's so much discussion about trying to be equal and this, that, and the other. It's bullshit. They want to be equal. They want to be above. They want to be different than everybody else. So we're trying to accommodate. Bathroom, you got a guy, does junk waxing, this and the other. No, I don't want to do that. I want to go where the women go, blah, 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 all this other crap. Okay? So you're just being a freaking asshole. Bottom line. You know what? And I'd smash it with a book.
Yeah. Well, more than a book.
Okay. Well, yeah.
Brick.
Oh.
Bam.
All right.
If you can find it.
That's true. Oh. So everybody's like, okay, well, he's just trying to do his rights and whatever else. No, he's being a dick. Literally. And so here's a little thing. All right. So actually on Twitter, just a couple days ago, this piece of shit right here requested an all bodies swimming pool, like little party get together with allowance for people aged 12 and over to go topless if they wish. It turns out he's in the process of actually organizing this event, which will be for the LGBTQ people aged 12 and over, with one caveat: parents are not allowed to attend.
We
12 years old. 12-year-olds.
We have a word for that.
Yes, we do.
It's called pedophile. That what? So all right. So yeah. I mean, look.
So you see us making fun of him and this and the other. All this. This is why. Because we already knew this piece of shit what he had already proposed before we went through the rest of it. All right?
Yeah. Let's put it this way. This guy. I wouldn't be surprised this guy isn't trans or whatever. He's one of those, and we talked about it. We have talked about this ad nauseum. Everybody wants to be if they identify as this, if they identify as a woman, you got to let them use this bathroom and that bathroom or in this locker room or whatever. And what you're going to have is people like this that are going to come out of the woodwork that are going to take advantage of this, saying, well, I'm a trans, I'm a woman. Come over here and play with my junk and take that hair off or whatever. Ugh. And then with the kids, the 12-year-old topless party.
And he specifically said and wrote 12 years old in here.
Right.
He didn't say 18 and over.
Right.
Or even 16 and over. 16 and over would still be
right and
pedophile, whatever, and I still would have an issue with that. But he didn't even say 16 or 18. He says 12. Topless. And he specifically said topless. What the
Yeah, exactly.
You're a piece of shit. And you're a pedophile, and you know what? And somebody needs to go take a little bit of action.
Right. And do a little. Yes. I look at it this way: you want to try and identify yourself with a woman, and when you want to have a bunch of 12-year-olds over running around naked and stuff like that. I'll tell you what, we can make you identify as a woman. We'll cut.
That's right.
Cut that shit right off of you.
You'll have more identity as a woman than you ever dreamed about having.
You got that right. So let's get rid of this.
Cut that sumbitch and scoop it right the hell out.
Get rid of this freaking grosso.
Cut your nuts off. All right.
I bet you. Only he's like, look, you've got me turned on. Oh, what is that there? Is that belly button? You have an outie belly button? that's my penis.
Oh, good thing I didn't pluck that. Oh. I was gonna pluck it. Oh, there we go. Sorry.
I was gonna give that a waxing.
Take the head right off.
Oh,
yeah, you're a piece of shit.
Yeah, we know. I have a feeling. I'm not 100% sure, but it's my opinion that this guy has a lot more going on of deviousness in his mind.
Oh, hell yeah.
He's letting on.
Well, yeah, when he's like, 12-year-olds at a pool party with his shirt with topless.
And no parents.
And parents aren't allowed.
The parents aren't allowed? Well, that's Canada.
Okay, the simple fact that you even wrote that down tells one thing, okay? But the fact that you possibly expect that adults would allow their 12-year-old child,
right?
What anyway, all right, we're done with you. You're a piece of shit.
Yeah,
piece of shit.
Oh,
all right. Speaking of which, Berkeley, California,
the wonderful part. The wonderful state of California.
Yes. So we talked about this before. What are you doing?
It was a bug.
What the hell are you talking about?
It was a little bug.
There's no bug.
Yes, it was. Go ahead. There's a little bug. I'm telling you, he was walking around here. I was like, he landed on the toilet. He's gone now. I'm much better now.
Anyway, so what are we doing? Oh, so we talked about this before, and we just want to talk a little more about it because they're stupid. And that is that Berkeley, California, we talked about before, they're banning natural gas. And, and according to Patrick Kennedy, who's an expert developer, says typically costs about $3 to $4 per month to heat water in a 3-bedroom apartment by adding individual hot water heaters in each room. He said, so putting in the electric hot water heater in each room is going to cost, it's going to send their bills up 10 to 20. Is that what it said? In each room would cause that to swell by 10 or 20 times
per month.
Oh, okay, the cost. And he says, and it's going to cost another $3,000 to $4,000 per apartment to put these hot water heaters in, these electric hot water heaters. Which, if you know, what Tex and I talked about before, is the housing prices in California is already through the freaking roof. It's nuts, right? So now you're going to make it even less affordable because you're going to raise the prices for all the electric. Now, here's the thing. So the ban takes effect at the beginning of next year. Applies to all new construction of residential homes and buildings up to 3 stories. All right. So here's the thing. Okay, so they're banning natural gas, which they get at least half, if not more, of their energy now from natural gas. But they don't want to deal with natural gas. They want to go with all the solar and the winds and stuff. But the fact is that can't support all the energy needs. So these power plants that actually, because I looked it up, that actually serve Berkeley, coal.
Oh, how about that?
Coal burners. Because they were doing hydroelectrical power. Hydro, yeah.
Right, with water.
But because there's been some kind of droughts and the water's not been as plentiful.
Right.
So that's out. So they want to do that. So here's kind of the thing.
But no natural gas.
Yeah. So natural gas actually costs around 6.3 cents per kilowatt hour over in California, which around here it's even way less than that. But in California, this is what it costs. Wind installation costs 9.7 cents a kilowatt hour. All right, almost double. So now you not only are you going to put all this other stuff in, but now you're going to raise their electric bills almost double. So now the houses are going to cost way more than they did before, and they're already outrageous. If you just go look up Zillow or whatever, and go look up the stuff in California, these house prices. It's freaking nuts, right? And like I said, now that's going to cost more now, and now your monthly bill is going to be much more. And see, let me get on my soapbox for a second. Remember when Tex and I we did the story about the solar farm in Spotsylvania? This is in Virginia, where they whacked 6,000 acres to put a solar farm in.
Right.
So these jackasses are doing the same thing. So there's actually been people that say, okay, here's what we should propose. Okay, just nothing but like 100 miles down the street or across the way is a bunch of desert, right? Throw up solar farms in there, and we'll just get some transformers and whatever, just a very, very, very small footprint of transformers that that will take it, or even substations that will take it to wherever all the rest of the West Coast. They're like, we can put these solar farms in these deserts where it's all barren,
right?
Pretty much no habitats,
right?
Like cutting down all the freaking trees like they've been doing, and they're like, no, we don't want to have all that stuff going across the landscape. It's desert, you dumbass.
They're just,
it's stupid.
Well, obviously, to me, it sounds like somebody there in Berkeley, California, is in the lobby of the solar. His in Dutch. Has got stocks or whatever in some sort of one of the solar panel companies or whatever. I'm sure there's probably only one or two companies that are allowed to put in their solar panels.
Probably.
Wonder how
and what they said is, like, a lot of people were talking about putting solar on all the homes and this, that, and the other. And they said that the cost would be astronomical. Well, not astronomical, but be extremely high based on the actual amount of power you would actually pull from those, unless you actually had batteries. And then when those that get solar panels get up, because the electric company actually, everybody pays a transport fee to bring the power from wherever it is, the
substation
or the facility, whatever, the coal burning, whatever, coming to transport it to the homes. She's a snowflake, right? But all these people that get off the solar, they get on the solar, then everybody else's electric bill goes up through the roof.
Yeah,
right. But look at all these people. Look, snowflake. They're all snowflakes.
Well, that's Berkeley.
Just saying.
My gosh, that's Berkeley, the city of love. This is all right. This is the thing.
Dumbasses.
I don't have an issue with them wanting to go solar or whatever. However, you do what they do around here, okay? You'd use incentives and stuff like that to get people to kind of do it. You have these companies that will install the solar panels on your house for nothing. They still have some of those around, but just do it. Do it bits and pieces at a time. Don't force everybody. See, that's the thing. Don't force people to do it all at once, and you're not prepared for it, because you're not prepared for it. Natural gas is something that exists in the earth. That's why they call it natural gas, people, because it's natural part of the earth. And as a matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong, which very rarely am I.
Very rarely.
I know. But I actually saw a show, and they said if they never, ever tapped into the actual natural gas that exists in the planet, that could cause a lot of problems. And, you got these people are like, oh, no, that's fracking, man. That's different. Fracking is where you're actually burrowing into the earth one way and kind of like angling off to another way or whatever.
And then,
right. That's what fracking is. And the biggest thing with fracking is they're afraid if they cross. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. If you go straight down like an oil, like with an oil refinery and stuff like that, you're not going to have any of those problems. A lot of natural gas places are like that.
Yep.
And if you don't take that natural gas out of the earth, it actually builds up. And if it builds up, they said we could have a problem. We could have a serious problem.
Yeah.
So, but my thing is this, I'm all for alternate forms of electricity and energy, but let people do it in their own time and when they can. Do it through subsidies, do it through incentives, but don't force. How are you going to force somebody in poverty, okay, that has low income to sit there and pay for all of this crap. They can't do it. So you're basically okay, California. So you're going to make more people possibly homeless.
Yep.
Because they can't afford their electricity bill or their energy bill.
Imagine that.
Well, obviously in California doesn't really care about the homeless problem. Berkeley, they'll just send them down to Los Angeles or up to San Francisco.
Yes.
So anyway, stupid. But we love California.
It's
I know.
People are stupid. I really. I don't. Like I said, like Tech said, I don't mind you going forward, but you just can't.
You can't do it all at once.
No.
And that's another thing that cracks me up.
Snowflakes.
You can't sit there. I think it's funny that you can't sit there and have that they want to put up these solar farms, and then cut down. We got to cut down all these trees to do it.
Yeah.
Boy, I want to see that
6,000 acres over here in Spotsylvania County.
I want to see that fight between you got the environmentalists and the you got the environmentalists,
the climate,
and the climate.
Because that's really what it's all about. Get off the fossil fuels because they're all about climate change.
Right. So I want to see the two of them go at each other's throat, but you can't cut down the trees. I mean, anyway, that'll be a hell of a fight. Oh, you brute! You brute! You brute! You brute! No, they wouldn't be.
So it wouldn't be this. It'd be snowflakes. They'd be throwing punches that sound like that.
I got you.
Stupid ass.
Bear, bear, bear.
All right.
Anyhow,
so I think we're good. We're at an hour.
Yes, we're done. Especially after that jackass in Canada. You know what? I don't want. I want to do a follow up on that because I tell you what, if Canada lets him get away with what he's doing, I'll be speechless. We're gonna call Canada out.
There is more. If they let him get away with that shit, there is way more that's going to come behind that.
Right.
That's just going to be.
You can't even imagine.
Believe that.
Yep. So that's craziness.
That is crazy. So
anyway, announcements.
Yes, announcements.
Oh, you want me to do it? Okay.
I don't. Was it now? I can't remember.
All right. This is the announcement. You just let everybody know, and we'll remind you again next week. But we will be back with you live next Sunday, a usual time, 8 o'clock.
Yes.
But then the following weekend, which will be August
10th is Friday, I think.
No,
10th or 11th?
The first is Thursday, I think. Second, third, fourth, it'll be the 11th. At the 11th.
Okay, 11th. Yes.
We have my God, we have calendars all over the place around here.
Where?
On your computer.
Oh, that's true.
We got one right there.
There we go.
Pan down.
I'm going. Just
get a
grip.
It'll be the 11th. We will not have a show on the 11th.
No.
The Reverend Cos is taking a little trip with the family. It's nice. So we're gonna have a little. We'll give you all a break.
Give you a break from us for a week.
But we will be back the following week
with a vengeance.
And just remember, we're creeping closer and closer to our Saturday shows. So coming up in football, our favorite time of the year is coming. It's right around the corner. July ends this week, and we're going to go into August, and then we're in September, and it's on. Football.
Like Donkey Kong.
Yeah, Donkey Kong. Yo, bet. So anyway, we hope you all enjoyed the show. We really didn't see anybody on chat or whatever.
No.
We tried something new, and so we'll see what happened there. But we hope you all enjoyed watching. We hope you all enjoy watching later, those that you watch later. And take care. Have a good week. And God bless. And we'll see you all Sunday. Reverend Cuz, take it away.
What?
I said Reverend Cuz, take it away.
Anyway, yes. God bless everybody. There was something else I wanted to talk about. I know. It's hell getting old. It is hell getting old.
It is. It is terrible.
I used to come up with stuff like that. Now it's just like
We need to have cue cards.
What?
We need to have cue cards.
The only thing I don't have is oatmeal dribbled down my chin. But
or depends on we haven't started peeing ourselves yet.
Yeah,
that's coming.
It is coming.
So,
all right. So we're done. Oh, we got Miss Jen just said great show.
Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Jen.
Thank you, Miss Jen.
Appreciate it. Yes. I think on Facebook though we crapped out for a minute.
I know.
I don't know if that's true.
I think we're being banned. Well, he's about to pay. He's probably going to use us to help pay his $5 million or whatever his fine that he just got fined.
Yeah, but we're still rolling,
Zuckerberg.
So I don't know. Anyway, who knows? Okay.
So anyway,
we appreciate. Yeah, like I said, we tried a little something new, and hopefully it worked because we're actually on Facebook, Periscope, which is Twitter, and YouTube at the same time. We tried this other thing, Vaughn. I think I'm just going to whack that here. Let's just turn that off because it's stupid anyway. So we're on 3 platforms at the same time, and I think we're good. And then hopefully the next time we do the show, hopefully I'll have my new Mac by then.
Ooh, stay tuned. New
Excited.
computer.
Little Mac computer. Yeah, I'm excited. Anyway, I'm rambling. Anyway, so thanks for joining us. And there was something else. What was it?
I don't know. It was, it was about the show. We weren't gonna be on in 2 weeks. We did the taste testing later on.
Yeah, we're gonna do taste testing later.
And I don't know. I don't know what else you're gonna say.
I don't either. All right.
It was that creature feature from Canada that got us all.
Because once they got down there and you got all the fat and stuff, it's probably all little.
Ew, it's probably all kinds of.
It's probably got a little aroma.
Ew! I know he probably pulled off he lifted up his towel and the fly came out, man.
Okay. Anyway, so
him.
God bless. We might have to revisit him in later.
I know.
Once we find out what goes on with the
see what Canada
court
does.
case or something,
I know.
and just
see if they let him get away with it.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to give it a try. I'm going to start going to these. You know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to go to a salon here downtown and be like, here, wax this.
I'm going to go for. I'm going to go for a Brazilian.
Hey, some of the women around here be like, "Oh, I'll wax it for you, honey." Rip.
Plus, I want to get my sphincter bleached.
They do that in Hollywood.
So it's not. It's nice and.
They do that in Hollywood.
Yes. Not in mainstream Hollywood.
That's down the street
for the adult entertainment industry,
and they sand your butt. I never realized they did that. Because I'm like, all right, real quick before we leave. You ever notice how in some of these R movies, both men and women, when they show their butts, they have like the most perfect butt. And I'm sorry, I'm like, why doesn't my butt look like that?
Mine's pretty close though.
Anyway, it's like it's like my, how everybody in Hollywood's butt is just perfect. And I was reading this article. It's like what they do is if they know they're doing a butt shot, they actually sand their butt. And what that entails is what happens is they get this little, it's almost like a sander, and they take a couple layers of the top layer of skin off to smooth your butt. They smooth it to make it so they put some lotion on, cream. And they were saying that it's hard for them to sit down, like obviously, after it's done. But once it heals, it's like they take all the pits and fissures and all hair and all kinds of other stuff. And I never realized that. I'm like, well, no wonder everybody looks all perfect. You never see any zits or stretch marks or. It's like very smooth and perfect. And it's like, so I'm going to sandblast. And you get that done with your.
Sandblast.
I need a sandblasting. Good thing we don't have that sander on there.
All right, how do we get on that?
I don't know. We were talking about that fat cow up in Canada and that going, and we were getting you said you were going to get your sphincter bleached.
Because you never know when Conformity Antidote is going to turn that corner to where we need to start doing
Porn.
Gotta,
Because that's where the money's at on the
You
internet.
gotta pay the bills.
We all know that's where the money's at on the internet. Now, don't expect. No, it's not that kind of. It's not that kind of porn. No. Well, it depends on the money. Anyway,
yeah, you do not want to see this
No.
unclothed. That is for
Yes.
damn sure.
Yes, maybe not even 30 years ago. And,
Not
and
even
they
then.
I know even then it was hit or miss. The dark and the lights
good.
out. Yeah. So anyway,
Not
all right,
good.
enough. We're rambling, and we're like a quarter after.
Yeah,
so.
we're rambling. So anyway, oh yeah, it's me. It's me.
It's you.
It's me.
It's you.
Anyway, God bless. Love everybody. Continue to watch the show and share it with your friends, even if you don't think they're gonna like it. Do it because at least they'll either like it or piss them off.
Yes.
One of the two. It'll be exciting.
Yes.
And we will see you very, very soon. Take care of one another. God bless.
Oh, bastard.
Oh, you not be at Chinese buffet all day.
All day.
It's all you can eat, but not forever.
Yes, not forever. Go get out. Piss off. Good night, everybody.